Whatever rocks your socks, whatever spins your top, whatever winds your watch, whatever flips your flop, whatever turns you on, whatever flies your flag, whatever bangs your gong, or whatever swings your bag. Do it often, but do it well, 'cause nobody knows and there's no way to tell. When the ride ends,
good morning. Welcome back to Turtle Beach. I hope you had a great week. I had a fantastic week. Absolutely nothing unusual happened this week. I was very happy about that. Loy Krathong, but I don't really celebrate Loy Krathong. I spend most days pulling plastic out of the ocean. I have no desire really to put any more plastic in the water. But I think it's a lovely holiday. I don't disdain it, but I stay home for it. This morning we're at Wat Tasai, the temple on the beach here on Turtle Beach. It's a little, I assume, a teak temple, and it is right on the water. You can't see the ocean today. It's very early in the morning. The sun hasn't come up yet, and it's cloudy. We're at the end of the rainy season, but that is all. That is water, and that is sky back there. We are right on the beach, and I thought today I would do a little walking meditation, as I have the whole joint to myself. I thought I would just, if you don't know walking meditation, it's like flaneuring to the French. By walking and looking at the things you pass, you free your subconscious mind to explore and experiment. And sometimes you can come up with some great ideas. Other times you just burn off a few calories and fill a couple hours of your retirement with walking around. So we're going to walk around. There we go. We're going to walk around the Wihan. The Wihan is the sort of, what do I want to say, spiritual hall, the hall where most of the services take place. This is not a Wan Prat, so there's nothing going on there this morning. The monks are actually on their alms rounds. It's about 6:30, 6:45, and the monks are on their alms rounds, so the place is pretty deserted. I wanted to talk today about what you need and don't need to bring to Thailand. I came here 18 months ago with a suitcase full of t-shirts and a 5-year-old laptop computer, and that was it, and an old Samsung phone, and that's all I brought. 65 years of age, and I had whittled away the objects in my life down to virtually nothing. Didn't even need to bring the suitcase full of t-shirts. Turns out they sell t-shirts in Thailand. Who knew? But a lot of people bring a lot of things. Half of the, just going to turn around and show you the back of the temple. I'm assuming it's teak. There's a dog here. Wondering what the heck is that crazy Falang doing? This is the other side of the campus. There's very little iconography here. Very few statues. I don't know why. The statues that are here are out of this white marble imported from India. You see that? I might go inside. All of the iconography inside is in white marble. There's a Makwan, goddess of mercy. Where is she? Anyway, walk on, Steve. It's a walking meditation. Walk on and meditate. Yeah, what you bring and what you don't bring. Half the guys vlogging from Thailand right now, and everybody vlogging from Thailand almost is a guy, an old white guy. And half of them are talking every day about, this is my new motorcycle. Isn't it great? It's got this big an engine. I paid this much for it. I had to ship it in a container, blah, blah, blah. This is my new teak house I'm building in Yasothon. This is my 10 rai of rambutan. This is my boat. This is my condo. This is my new camera package that I'm shooting my terrible videos on. Yeah, it's all toys. Boys will be boys. The only thing that changes is the size of their toys. People bring over containers. A good friend of mine, Tim, came here with a container full of furniture from Australia. A container full of furniture. They sell. If I didn't need to bring t-shirts, he didn't need to bring furniture, but he did. You know, it's hard to let go. In Buddhism, it's called Upadana, and I had to look that up because it was 35 years ago that I studied Buddhism and learned all those words, and I've forgotten most of my Pali in those 35 years. But Upadana, attachment, clinging, yeah, we need to get rid of it. We need to get that out of our lives. Stuff, it's just stuff, right? This was brought home to me this week because one of my Facebook friends is David Collier at the Canterbury Tales bookstore in Pattaya. And he advertises books that are for sale in his used bookstore. So this week he was advertising a collection of, my left hand's getting very heavy carrying this thing. I wonder why. It doesn't usually. I don't know. Can you see the beach any better? No, not really. David Collier is selling somebody's collection of Beatles memorabilia. And it's taken like a dozen posts. And each post has 6 or 7 items. There's programs, there's ticket stubs, there's posters, there's t-shirts, there's books, many, many books about the Beatles individually and as a group, many, many books. This is a lifetime of collecting, and for some reason it's now for sale, item by item, for probably pennies on the dollar, in a used bookstore in Pattaya, Thailand. How does that happen? How does a world-class collection of Beatles memorabilia come to be sold in bits and pieces in a used bookstore in Pattaya, Thailand? Who moves to Pattaya and brings his collection of Beatles memorabilia? Isn't there a wonderful story there waiting to be written about a guy who goes to a Beatles concert when he's 16 and he saves the ticket stub? And then he goes to another concert and he saves the ticket stub and the program. Now he's got a collection. He's begun a collection, and he collects for his entire life. Have you ever collected anything? You know what that's like? You got all of the Willie Mays cards except the rookie card. You will spend thousands and thousands of dollars and travel anywhere and scour the catalogs and go to all the auctions to find that one card that will fill out your collection. Collecting's a disease, man, and it leads to hoarding if you don't keep it under control. Too much attachment, too much upadana. It's too much attachment. And when the time came at the end of this guy's life to come to Thailand, and right, he picked Pattaya. Who retires to Pattaya? Old white guys who can't get laid. Maybe that guy on that boat needs to retire to Pattaya. They do this to me every time, don't they? Every time I shoot on Turtle Beach, some guy goes by in a beautifully painted fishing boat. So anyway, you know, the guys who retire to Pattaya, these are guys who haven't had sex in 20 years. Guys who couldn't get lucky in a women's prison with a fistful of pardons. That's who retires to Pattaya. So this guy retires to Pattaya, and he's probably dreamed about it for years. He's planned it for years. He's made several trips to Pattaya. He's going to buy a condo. He's going to settle down there and spend the rest of his life in a happy retirement in the bars and brothels of Pattaya. But he brings his Beatles collection because he's invested countless hours in building that collection. Countless dollars and pounds sterling building that collection, and he can't let go of it. When I came here, I threw away, put it in the recycle bin, 4 boxes that had every issue of the Phuket Gazette for about the first 10 years of its publication. Also threw away boxes of Phuket Magazine, Living in Thailand Magazine, Thailand Tatler, because I had stories in them from the 90s. I saved a copy of everything I ever appeared in. Untouched, pristine, unopened copies. I thought someday my future biographers could use them. I paid a lot of money, paper's heavy. I paid a lot of money to ship all of this paper home to Iowa in 1997. And then I loaded it in a car virtually all I brought to New Mexico in 2014 was a car full of clothes and books and these magazines and newspapers. And then when I left in 2022, put it all in the recycle bin. I had never opened a single copy, a single edition of a newspaper or magazine in all those years, 25 years. Those boxes and boxes of printed material sat in the garage, sat in the attic, sat in the basement, unopened, unread, useless. More useful in the pulp mill. Let it go, man. Don't bring it. Don't bring old animosities. You know, whatever you think about Brexit, don't bring it. Nobody cares. Whatever you think about vaccine mandates, don't bring it. Nobody cares. Nobody cares what you think about masks, dude. Don't bring it. Don't be attached to it. Let it go. It has no usefulness here. It had no usefulness. Those arguments had no usefulness, you know, in 2016, 2015 on Facebook. They weren't useful then. They're not useful now. If you bring anything, bring antifungal talcum powder. I've been scratching my back the whole time. I slept last night on my back and gave myself heat rash on my back. And antifungal, I know heat rash is not caused by a fungus, but for some reason, Desenex, the stuff, Caldacine, the stuff they make to put between your toes if you got trench foot, that stuff works great on heat rash. I don't know why. It takes weeks for heat rash to go away. I hate it. It itches. It's terrible. But if I sleep in one position too long, you know, the sweat glands and get blocked and you get heat rash. So bring antifungal talcum powder. That is useful. Don't bring all those old opinions. Don't bring those old attachments. Don't bring your collection, your coin collection, your stamp collection. Don't bring your big motorcycle. Don't bring your car. Don't bring your surfboards. Don't bring your collection of classic guitars. You don't need that shit, man. Let it go. I am reminded of Ozymandias, right? Shelley, the poet whose wife wrote Frankenstein, right? Whose teen bride wrote Frankenstein, who he called Dormouse. I don't remember why. He called her Dormouse. At any rate, he wrote a sonnet called Ozymandias, which is about a guy trekking across the desert. He comes across these two giant stone feet in the middle of the desert, and there is inscribed on the base of the plinth, my name is Ozymandias, King of Kings. Look upon my works, ye mighty, and despair. And around it is nothing. Around it is just sand. Time and the sand and the wind have taken away all of his works. So there's nothing left to look at. The only thing that survived is the inscription, right? There's irony for you. Beautiful example of literary irony. But, you know, the point is well made. All of this crap, it's going to be gone in 1,000 years, right? We'll all be gone. We'll all be dust. Nobody will remember Steve Ross. Nobody will remember you. We'll be gone. As if we never existed. Poof. Even if our name's in history books, even if you were the mayor of your town, the governor of your state, you know, in 100 years, 200 years, 300 years, nobody will remember your name. You'll be Ozymandias. Right? So don't cling to this stuff. Don't cling. It wasn't here before you got here. It won't be here after you leave, man. It's worthless. It's nothing. Don't drag it here with you. Don't bring your Beatles collection to Padia. How often do you think, while he was in Padia, this guy, whoever, I'm sure it's a guy, right? Who collects Beatles memorabilia and brings it to Padia? It's a dude. Come on, some old fat white guy who couldn't get lucky. I suppose you don't want to kill a mosquito in the Buddhist site, right? Go away. Yeah, don't swat a mosquito in your walking meditation. Boys will be boys. The only thing that changes is the size of their toys. The toy cars become real cars. The toy guns become real guns. The toy houses become real houses. I'm probably, you know, every falang, every old man who retires to Thailand plays with toys. I'm the only one playing with real toys, right? My house is full of Barbie dolls. I'm the only one playing with real toys. That's about it. What is that? That's 14 minutes. Is that enough? Maybe I'll do some cutaways of Wat Ta Sai. You know, For some reason, this has come into my head. The last scene in a movie called Dances with Wolves. So the setup is Kevin Costner's character is living with these Native Americans, and he's keeping a journal. He's got a little notebook in which he writes down his impressions every day. And he writes down a lot of very smart stuff about the natives. And the narration of the movie is Kevin Costner reading from this book, right? And at the end of the movie, Kevin Costner dies, and some American soldier, finds this book, and he's illiterate. He can't read it, but he needs toilet paper. So the last scene is him using this very important notebook that has Kevin Costner's a year of his life with the natives, which explains everything you need to know about the natives. And most of the warfare between the soldiers and the natives is from misunderstandings. And he uses it to wipe his butt. He uses those pages to wipe his butt. Beautiful, beautiful. It's a flawed movie, but it's got some beautiful moments. And that, the last scene, is this too shaky? Is this shaking too much? Are you able to watch this? I don't know. All right, that's it. 15 minutes is long enough, right? Thank you. Thank you very much for your attention. Like, subscribe, and share. And really, you guys, I've been stuck. I've been stuck at like 4.7 thousand subscribers forever. Help me out, all right? If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Share it. Apparently, the algorithm will recommend it to more people if you share it just once. So pick a friend and share it, even if that friend doesn't care anything about Beatles memorabilia in Pattaya, Thailand. Go ahead and share this thing, will you? That's it. Know that this is the most important time of my week. Know that I love you guys very, very much. I very much appreciate your attention. I hope you have an absolutely terrific week. I expect to, and I will see you in a week. Thanks. Again, all of these figures are white marble, imported from India. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. No gold, not a speck of gold on any of them. It's a big old beautiful wooden building. I will assume this is teak. We don't have any teak down here in the south. This must have been trucked in from up north somewhere. Yeah, the light is not cooperating. But anyway, that is the Wihan at Wat Tasai. The temple on the beach. One of the things I love most about Turtle Beach is it is possible to be all alone in beautiful places like this. Nothing's ever crowded.
Whatever shades your sheep, whatever bakes your clam, whatever digs your peak, whatever smokes your ham, whatever blows your nose, whatever chews your bone, whatever squirts your hose, whatever sings your song. Do it often, but do it well. Nobody knows and there's no way to tell. When you're riding, shoot down to that